Bomber fans, PlayNow.com reminds you that when you bet on blue, there's only one legal online sportsbook in Manitoba. Only one that guarantees your winnings. Only one where the profits stay here to support your community. Play your Bombers at PlayNow.com, your hometown sportsbook. Enjoy responsibly. And now, on to the show. Welcome to the Handled Internally podcast. I'm Ed Tait from BlueBombers.com, joined as always by QB1 Zach Collaros and co-host Darren Cameron, the Blue Bombers Senior Director of Player and Public Relations, Chief Consigliere, Wealthy Industrialist, Assistant to Traveling Secretary.
Ray Donovan.
Sound about right?
Huh? The Ray Donovan of the Bombers.
The Ray Donovan of the Bombers. Yeah, he's a fixer.
Yeah.
And our very special guest this week, Chris Streveler, quarterback for the Bombers as well. We got lots to chop up this week. The kind of all over the map is what I've been calling it, all over the map win over Ottawa, this week's game in Montreal. So let's start, as we always do, with a brief rundown of what happened in that Ottawa game, which was crazy. It was a crazy game. Had a big lead. The big lead disappeared. Still got the dub.
Yeah, got the dub. We're gonna break records with this one with having you on today. So thanks for being.
It's an honor to be here. I've been watching these episodes every week. I'm just fired up to be here.
I thought we mandated sleeves.
I ended up putting sleeves on today because I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, so we were
I got the Dasher outfit on. This is my workday attire.
There you go.
Got the
I walked back into the locker room after I ate about 700 meatballs at lunch.
With a ridiculous plate. Walking, there's 20 meatballs on his plate. I'm like, this is crazy.
I only had like 3 pieces of bacon this morning, so you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there you go. So the game, kind of as Ed said, kind of a wild one.
It feels like a long time ago. It was like, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was
because after
3
a
days
short
ago,
week, we had like 2 days of practice, or 2 days for the next game. So
yeah,
that was fun. But yeah, that was a good win. Yeah, I was relieved at the end.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be that close, probably.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
win.
A lot of guys made plays there at the end,
Yep.
And just throughout the game, Surge at the end.
I mean, after he missed the first one, I went up to him. I was like, I just want to let you know, you're about to go make the game winner.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no doubt. There was no doubt in anyone's mind.
No.
Like,
How the defense balled too. Like I know it's tough. I mean, I don't think people realize, even offensively, sometimes you get up like 17 points and it's like, you kind of, it's not playing to lose, but it's just okay. Like, what are we gonna do here? Like, and we're working clock, and the defense at the same time is facing a good offense who, even with Dustin in the game, I thought did really well.
Yeah,
and Tommy's a great play
they moved
caller,
the ball.
and they're just like, they're running their pass game stuff, and it just anyway. I thought our defense did a great job on it.
You kind of toe that line a little bit when you're up in a game like that, and then it's like, okay, they score, now it's 10, so we kind of got to start on the gas. You know what I mean? So you're kind of playing in between, but I mean, they did a good job, and they made them drive the field. I mean, even when they went down and scored, it's like, dude, an 8-minute drive.
Oh, Ottawa worked for it. Even I mean, the first drive of the second half, I think they kicked the field goal, right? Or did they score a touchdown?
They ended up scoring a touchdown.
They were on the field for like 10 minutes.
Dude, it was like we got the ball back with 6 minutes.
I think we had 5 snaps in the third quarter.
Yeah.
So something like that happens. It is rare, obviously, that the kind of the ending of that game with the missed field goal return, and then all of a sudden we're in a position where we need to score. I mean, or I guess it's going overtime. But what's kind of the mentality at that point from an offensive standpoint? Because I mean,
with 25 seconds left, it's just like, hey, we're a surge good from, and like, I mean. We're
so do you have that in your brain, or do you guys have an idea where we need to get to?
I talked to Surge like 10 minutes before that, just when the fourth quarter started. He was like, hey, just so you know, left hash. Not that, I mean, it's kind of happened by proxy, just with where we were on the field, and we were fortunate enough to be on the left hash, but I just feel like you sometimes, well, you should know, but at the same time with Surge, like we had that luxury of, if it's not like just winning in your face, he's good from like 55, easy. So like once, I think we were 58 yards away after I ran that one, and then we got to 48 there. Yeah. But I remember when we got there, I was like, okay, I cannot take a sack here. Whatever I have to do, like just dirt the ball because he can make a field goal from here.
Right.
Like 63, 65. I know he made one the other day from 63, but it could Harry at that point, right?
Sure. The crazy thing is, even after you had that run, it's still a 58-yarder. I'm thinking like, all right, we're in field goal range, which is like such a luxury.
Which is like, you don't think that in the NFL.
No, you don't.
So
and then I mean, you complete the pass and it's 48, and it's like, all right,
this is automatic.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy that it comes down to those 2 plays at the end on the last possession. So on first down, when the clock's ticking and you run for 17.
Yeah.
I mean, the inner clock's got to be working there, right? Because you're probably still looking downfield, and yet there's a lot of room in front of you, right? Just maybe take us through that play, because then the play after that was the 11-yard out to Dembski at the sidelines, which is...
Well, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to score, and I mean, it's not like I'm out there trying to make people miss or anything, just really
got loose,
protect myself, but yeah, I mean, I think I cleared like the first line, and then the Will linebacker ended up walling Nick, is what we would call it, like in a match coverage, and then I could see him out of the corner of my eye kind of slip. I'm like, okay, I can keep going here, and then kind of got caught in between a slide or not. I'm a terrible slider, but yeah. So anyways, I think we started that with 24, 29, something like that. So I mean, 12 seconds. I mean, and then you look at the clock. It's like, okay, we could definitely at least run probably 2 or 3 plays here. I know Osh has that number in his head. Like we work on that all the time at practice, but at least 2 plays. So if we're able to run our hurry up effectively, which we do a good job of, like again, we have 2 plays. And in our league, if it hits 0, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Right. Like I still have coaches like and friends from back home, like the Calgary game, and I mean, Coach Reno Suckoch is one of the greatest coach I've ever had. He's won so many games. I think he has a record in the state of Ohio. So shout out to Coach Sack. But he texted me after the Calgary game. He's like, "Hey, there was 0 on the clock. How did they win the game?" I'm like, Coach Sack's been watching me up here for 15 years now.
You showed me that text after the game. We were laughing.
I love Coach Sack, man. But yeah, so you had that, right? So really three plays.
And then on the throw to Nick at the sideline, when I know there's a play call, but for the fan in me, are you thinking I'm like, when the ball's coming, I'm going to Nick here? Like, is it already because he's going to be where he's supposed to be and he's going to be at the sideline? Or how do you...
Yeah, I mean,
you can scan the field as well.
It's kind of dictated by what the play call is at times. Like we got 5 guys out there, but Nick's a guy for us who makes a lot of those plays. So it's definitely in the back of your head, like, hey, where's number 10 at? Right. Those plays, yeah. So we were fortunate enough in that situation with the style of offense we were in that he actually was lined up at that spot, not in that Stearnsy spot, and Stearns would have ran a great route there too. But I looked over to my left, I'm like, oh, Nick's here, okay. And that was already read 1 in the progression, so it's like, all right, we can, I can go here if we need it.
How do you guys celebrate that one? Because I'm in the press box, and when Pimpleton returns the missed field goal, I'm going, oh, crap, right? And then when there's like a sigh of relief instead of like, you know what I mean? There's a different reaction to that one than if it had been the opposite and we had come back. You know what I mean? So what was it for you guys?
Man, winning is hard, so
yeah.
Happy about it. You always like got your gripes afterward, and like that's part of the fun I think of playing this game. Is like, especially after a win in the locker room, you're celebrating, but you're also talking about the good things and the bad things in the game. So just, I don't know what
that's just the nature of it. Like, it's hard to win in pro football. Yeah. We all know that. Obviously, you would like it to not come down to that situation, but ultimately, like, that's why you come in the next day and watch film. Yeah. We talk about it all the time, like, enjoy these wins because they're hard to get. And so we do. After the game, we're sitting around, we're hanging out with each other. And that's why people love to be here because we love to hang out with each other and be around. So when we get those opportunities after wins, we take advantage of it.
You know what was cool? Sorry, Darren, I'm jumping all over.
No, that's good.
What was cool about that one is that you guys touched on it. After the game, there were guys, everybody, including you, Zach, who were doing interviews and were saying, we got the win, and then we're already decompressing and saying we left this out there, this shouldn't have happened and all that. And then I'm walking towards the D-line, and Tanner Schmeckel's got a beer, and he's going like this, right? He's just pouring it in.
He deserved it. He deserved it.
That's why I love
Triple G award winner for us. That's right. Yeah.
Triple G award.
Yeah, he's got some sandpaper hanging in his locker.
Great grinder of the game.
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, I love that. So... But that's what I love about covering football is that, there's guys that are decompressing in different ways. And then the guy like him who hasn't got a lot of fanfare gets a punt block and a sack. And he said that was the best game he's ever played in his life. And he's, got his fingerprints all over. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. He had a heck of a game. I had some beers after with Tanner. He's a funny guy, especially after he's had a few beers. I didn't realize that. So we might have to have him on,
yeah, we got a list of people. We got a list of people.
Yeah, he played a heck of a game. He's a great player, man.
I wanted to ask you guys a little bit about your dynamic between like how your relationship's grown from you guys when you first came in to now. Obviously, you guys spend quite a bit of time together, and how do you guys work together off the field? Obviously you guys are always together. It seems like, and then spending a lot of time in meetings and all that stuff.
We were talking about that the other day, like. how it was in 19, like when you came in and it was like, okay, end of the season, I just got hurt, and then the playoff run, so that was just kind of such a crazy time, just how much things have changed from there. But we put in so much work together.
We didn't really even keep touch then because we barely knew each other.
Yeah,
it was like 6 weeks of our life, and and you got hurt. You lived in the pool
literally lived in
slept in that pool. It was crazy.
The story just grows more and more. Strev spent 12 hours a day in this pool, so if you're hurt, you got to get in the pool.
That was still not to belabor that run that we had there, but that run against Calgary you had was still one of the most wild things I've ever witnessed.
It's probably like one of my favorite. It is one of my favorite plays.
The touchdown?
Career. Oh yeah, dude, I was out of my body.
He's ran like a 4.3 with a broken tibia. Like, what the hell's going on?
Coming off the field, and like you came and like tried to give me a high five, and I was like, "Let's go!"
I don't know if I've ever been that hyped up in my life, dude.
Me neither. I had like tears in my eyes because I was so pumped, and I'm like screaming. It's negative 10 degrees. Like,
just because I thought the play was going to go for like 3 yards. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, we're going to get this first down, and then you hit the edge, and again, you had like a broken bone. And it just, and I was like, and it was like minus 50. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Like, someone's gonna tackle me. How did this dude just score? I was like, I think I'm gonna score here. This is crazy.
How did you actually do that? Like going back on.
He's a Viking.
Right.
Viking blood.
Like just from because everything you had to go through. But the reality was like just being able to play with that would be extremely difficult.
I think it was just like my mindset.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, I'm getting out of my body. Like, I get to play. I'm just so excited to play. I didn't know how it was going to go.
But it was still hurting through the entire game. And
I definitely felt it for sure. Yeah. But it probably helped that it was so cold.
Yes,
you couldn't feel your body at all.
Calgary was cold,
so probably helped.
I remember the sideline. One of my vivid memory of that game is like, dude, I like to think like I'm not a soft dude, but like I'm on the sideline, and this is like the first year of the iPad. So somebody hands me the iPad, I'm like this. Chris is like, "Bro, you okay?" I'm like, "Dude, like I can't help."
He's like pointing his hand like this.
You were really cold. Yeah, you were really cold.
So that game, the Calgary game, when you score that touchdown, there's a clip that I've seen 1,000 times, and they have the audio of you. There's a high pitched scream.
Oh yeah,
celebrate it. It's really cool.
Oh, me and Wally talked about it too. Like that was like one of the most hype moments I've ever had.
And that was sick. Leading up to because we had to go to Regina for the West final, and I remember you doing the day before press conference, and you called him the toughest guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've like really never seen anything like that.
Yeah,
like guys play through injuries and stuff, and I've also like again. You're on our show, you know, or Ed's show, but anyways, not to toot your own horn too much, or me toot your horn for you, but like he's also like one of the most explosive dudes I've ever like seen. Like I can remember getting here again. You watch the games on TV, you watch the tape. I think you were in your second season.
Yeah.
Right. So I remember your rookie year. You had a great rookie year too, and but it was like minus 20 here during a practice, and we had like a play design where it was like a throwback to Chris. Or he was lined up at receiver, and I think Andrew was throwing it. And Andrew like had a good arm and could throw and everything, but he like left it too far. It might have been Darvin.
Yeah.
But again, it's like minus 20, and this dude is running down the sideline, and it's like the road runner, but he's like 230 as well. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I get it. Like this dude,
bro, you're hyping me up right now. You're hyping me up. Let's go.
I'll never forget
230 running 4.3.
I think I texted some of my buddies in Hamilton like, this dude is a freak show, man. Like, yeah, he could roll. Like he could roll.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But to Darren's question, so when you got here in October of 19, I mean, it was a crash course just to get to know the offense, but to get to know the people, right?
Yeah.
And so then, how has it grown? The relationship since then, because it's
for me exponentially. I mean, like again, we just know each other better now. We work so closely. Like quarterback rooms are usually pretty tight, anyways. But it's so easy with Chris because one, he's just a good dude. Like that's like number one thing in my opinion, and then two is like, do you love football? And Chris loves football, so it's easy for us. We just come in and
we're friends.
Man. Like we go to his place for barbecue, barbecues, and he's got a nicer spot than me to entertain like that. And Taylor's great. She has. All the families come over, and we'll be lifelong family friends.
Yeah. But that might not be the case anymore now after you got your duck situation going on there.
The duck situation.
Sierra.
Yeah, we had
Sierra and Q just whacking that apple tree.
We might need to keep the kids away from the apple tree.
I'll never tell the girls that. Never.
It was fun watching them play with the apples at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the repercussions of having 100 apples laying in my backyard.
Yeah.
So we have the families over. We have a bunch of kids over. There's a bunch of kids running around, and I have this apple tree in my backyard. They're all hyped up about it, so they're picking up the apples off the ground.
Dembski's little Rhea is just standing behind the apple tree, and I'm kind of watching her. Denver like had to go inside for something. Sorry, I'm moving away. And I'm seeing her pick up one apple, put it down. One apple, put it down. She had to have like 50 bites of apples. So
mowing them down over there.
Mowing them down. Dude.
We got Q taking batting practice.
Yeah, Q's hitting them into the lake.
Like literally getting apples into the lake. And your girls had the baseball bat. They're hitting them off the tree.
Yeah.
So there's legit 100 apples on the ground. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. This was fun. Like Taylor's like, oh, that was awesome. Yeah. Well, the next day I get a call from Taylor and she's like, there's a duck in the house. I'm like, what? She FaceTimes me. There's a dead duck in our house. I have a husky who's also like part wolf. She brings this duck into the house. And so there's a duck laying in the living room. Anyway, she handles that situation. But as the days have gone on, there has just been a ton of ducks in my backyard.
For the apples.
And some of them,
or Eric and Mike are like pulling some weird shit in the backyard.
Their bedrooms are right there. They're probably watching me go out there and like pick up apples and ducks every day.
I'm just trying to picture myself. Sorry to cut you off. I'm trying to picture myself dealing with this.
No,
because I'd be terrible with the duck thing. But then having Taylor do it, dude, just a shovel in the house. Like, what do I do with this duck? It's just her and Sonny there. Like, what?
She didn't know what to do with it. So she's like, what should I do? I'm like, well, probably just throw it away. I don't know. So she just takes it and just launches it into the pond off this shovel, dude. And so anyways,
so you got more than one. So you got more than one.
So we've had a couple ducks. Anyways, the light part of the story is I come outside and there's a duck stuck in the fence because I had to put up this fence for my dog. And so I grab it, it's injured, but like I pull it into the yard and it's just like sitting there and I'm like, okay, this duck's alive. What are we going to do? But I got to go to work. Like, all right, Taylor, can you handle this? So she calls a neighbor girl who's been helping her out. And dude, they put this duck in this box and take it to the animal hospital and they saved the duck. So although we were down one or maybe a couple, we saved the duck in the hospital.
So we're about -3 at the moment.
Yeah. We're not keeping score. We saved one.
Yeah, sure. Perfect. Good.
But you're also feeding them. So
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Circle of life.
If anyone needs apples, there's like 6 massive bags of apples just sitting on my back porch. So
yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
So what do we got this week? Going ahead to Montreal. So today's what? Sunday. So we had kind of.
So do you go smoked meat when you land, or do you get like Mr. Sub as soon as you get there? Shameless Mr. Sub plug.
So yeah,
he's a big Mr. Sub guy.
Yeah, best sandwich shop going. So I would say on this trip probably not, because I'll be eating on the Air Canada plane if we still are flying with them because of the strike.
That's interesting.
I think the government actually stepped in and said,
no, that's not. Yeah, they did, and then they're still doing it anyway. So
how's that work?
I don't really know.
So what?
I read it on the internet. It's got to be accurate.
So what are we doing?
We still have our plane. Yeah, but it's just going to be maybe a different type of service. So. You ever had Dagwood sandwich in Montreal?
No.
Yeah, who was telling us about that?
I don't know. Maybe Chris K. I don't know. So I might try that, and then do Grinder for dinner. Horrible name, but great food. So
there's a plug.
Yeah,
that should be their billboard.
Yeah, it is good food, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been to Grinder.
I think me and Stan split about 5,000 calories worth of food last year at Grinder. Yeah.
Do you guys do those smoked meat things?
I've done it before.
They're both
delicious. Yeah,
they're great, but it's like
from Schwartz's.
Yeah, I've been in there a couple times. It's like the little hole in the wall there. It's like the main one. Yeah, it's nice.
The sandwiches are like they're that big.
Yeah.
You could probably have like 3 or 4 of them, easy.
You probably could. This guy can go.
Oh, it's insane. Last year, it's insane. It's criminal that he's not 400
pounds. Last year, we're literally in BC, and we always eat a lot in BC. We land, the O-line's like, we got to go get sushi right now before dinner. So we go to the sushi spot by the hotel. We're sitting there. He shows up late because he's doing media. He's like, yeah, just order me 20 salmon nigiris. I'm like, 20 salmon nigiris? This guy must not be going to dinner.
It's an appetizer.
Mows them down. Like nothing. I could have 20 more if I wanted. Yeah, but we're going to Joe Forte's. Go to Joe Forte's after. We're getting calamari.
That is sable fish. I kept it,
But there's appetizers flowing. There's pre-bread. I mean, this guy can, he wants to. He can go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those little salmon nigiri are just like...
They're just little snacks.
Insane.
You could legit probably eat 50 of those.
Easy.
Yeah.
I think I've done it before. In Toronto. We don't have the all-you-can-eat sushi things in the States, or maybe they do where you're from. And I remember we almost put this place out of business when we were rookies in Toronto. I think J-Jack would come with us too, and a lot of sushi.
He can go too. J-Jack can go too.
So would you guys do a Schwartz? The smoked meat?
I like Schwartz.
I've done it. The first time I went to Montreal, they're like, dude, you got to try the smoked meat. I didn't know what I was getting into, but you're right. It's literally like a pound of meat on like a tiny piece of white bread.
It was your first ever win.
I was going to say,
first ever win. First ever road game. That was a heck of an experience. Nice we won by a lot, so that was awesome.
Didn't you have a sneak go for like 70 yards there?
Maybe, I don't know. It was like 50 to 10 or something.
You had a wedge go for a long way, I thought.
That was the next year. That was the next year. Yeah,
You also threw a couple to Wally.
I threw Wally 2 touchdown passes, so that was fun. Like,
Shout out Wally.
Shout
We
out
love you,
Wally. Miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun, man. And that was back when we were flying commercial. So we stayed overnight in the city. So got to spend some time with the teammates. That I was like a rookie, dude. So no one really knew me. So getting to spend some time with guys outside of work was a good time. Getting to celebrate the win.
I know Darren lets us borrow his plane now, but it would be nice just once in a while to commercially fly to like Montreal or.
And there's something gritty about.
But we did stay the night this year.
You're right, Calgary. You're right.
Yeah, but we didn't have to get up at 6 a.m. to get on a commercial flight with a shirt and tie.
Yeah,
that's gritty.
Oh, so
you're sick at 6 a.m. You're tired from the night before, shirt and tie.
Yeah,
let's get on with the rest of the.
Some of my best memories are trying to make that bus.
See, we have this conversation, and I never know if you're actually serious.
I'm dead serious.
You actually think honestly, that's better than flying how we fly now? There's no way anybody could possibly think that.
So I'm saying if you're trying to build camaraderie,
yes,
I agree.
To me, and I've had this argument, and I've talked to Osh about this, and I think Osh agrees about to a certain extent. Is you're able to hang out with people you typically can't hang out with, like in your day to day in the building, because really it's just Chris and I spending time together, and Terry and Artopius and J-Jack. Like that's pretty much like our day is like the 5 of us for the most part. On the road, if we charter, a lot of the times you put your headset on, your Bluetooth, whatever, and you're kind of just like in your own little zone too. So you don't really talk to anybody there too. I feel like on the road, I mean, I can remember being in the airports, like you're hanging out with some dudes at the bar you usually wouldn't, talk to because you just aren't able to spend time with them. And even going out after games, I just think you get to know your teammates a little more.
Sure.
I'm a big get to know your teammate guy.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's not true. It probably is true. But I also think that things are different now with athletes than they were even when you probably came in the league.
Are things better now is the question. That's the real question.
No, I'm not saying they are.
That's a good.
I'm not saying they are. In fact, they're probably not.
So you would rather be on the road and trade the ability to be out till 2, 3 celebrating a win.
Yeah.
And then have to get up at 6, 7 to get on a flight.
Sometimes because
or be sleeping in your own bed.
Especially with my wife and kids now, like I like being there the next morning, obviously.
Yeah,
to me, that's like the main thing. However, there's been times in the past where you get home at like 5 a.m. anyways.
That's true.
So it's the next day's a wash.
Yep.
So it's like almost like I'd rather.
I hear you.
And it's not like you have to go out and like celebrate and like just get hammered. Like you can still like go have a drink, go have a bite after a game, go to sleep at 1, get up at 6, and then I feel like that might be more conducive to like taking care of your body.
You're
I'm saying this year, especially the way we've been traveling this year, that flight is like we're bing boom and we're off. Like I think it's been much better. But in the past, and I'm not knocking the old plane, I'm saying other places I've been too.
Yeah.
Especially when we play on the East Coast and you go west, you fly back that same night.
Yes.
You get back like 6 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's like, and I can't sleep on a plane.
I mean, these guys now are Air Canada plane now. I mean, you're up and running and
instantly
get on the plane and
food going already.
And you're
because the way this plane is set up too, is they get we got the card table in the middle. Like I mean, that was a great hangout session.
Yeah.
We worked Stanley and Dembski in spades. It was like 560 to -120.
Sure.
That's not hyperbole. It was like I've never seen a 600-point win in spades, but it was.
So just to close this out, because one of the things I find now is like even when we have stayed the night, it kind of worked. In Calgary, even though we had lost, but it's like most guys, it sounded like we're there.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But what you want is to have everybody go to the same place.
Yeah,
or if guys are going to 6 different spots and everyone's kind of broken up into their own little groups, then it really defeats the whole purpose anyway.
Yeah.
That's fair. I feel like I'd be one of the guys going to a different spot because I'm like old and tired.
Right, but then you know
what I mean. Like I left a little bit earlier that night because I was just like, I need
everyone goes and then you leave at your own accord.
But it was nice that I think like Wade set that up for us at whatever we went to.
It was a fun place.
That was fun.
I don't remember what it was called, but
and we were all in one spot. We spent like 2 hours at least together there. So that was nice. Yeah.
No, and I think those things are important. Yeah. Much like the if we can ever get one again from a schedule standpoint where it's.
A week away.
Yeah, so we have 2 games in.
Those are fun.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, those are fun. Yeah.
That'd
be tough.
You were with us that year.
In Guelph?
We ended up losing both games, but it seemed to serve its purpose from a from a
team building.
building.
I went to a John Mayer concert in Toronto that week.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Went to Blue Jays game. I brought my glove.
Speaking of that, I think it's a day 2, unfortunately for us, but Tedeschi Trucks Band is in Toronto, I think, during Banjo Bowl. I was trying to. I was doing the schedule. Like, can we get there on a day 0?
You put me on Tedeschi Trucks.
Yeah,
man. They're
a good
consistent.
Show.
Yeah,
Be a good
been
show.
listening to Allman Brothers this week too.
There
Allman Brothers Radio had it.
Well, I think they're there with. I want to say Government Mule, who's Warren Haynes, who was with who performed with the Allman Brothers for a long time.
Vibes, yeah, it's good stuff.
Be a good show to see. But
Eddie, where are you going to eat in Montreal?
I don't know yet.
You're going to the same place I am, I believe.
Yeah, then you go. Weren't you guys all at Grinder last year?
Yeah.
Were you there with them at it?
Yeah.
I sent a round of
yes, you did.
Sent a round of tequila, get the night started for you guys.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. We'll be there again 7:00 if you want to.
What a great guy!
What a great guy!
I'm not taking. I said me and Stan.
You're a great.
No, it was Stan. Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, you were injured. I was gonna say because
was that last year?
Yeah, it was last game of the year.
Watching that, I had all like the injured and practice squad guys at the house that game.
I remember.
Yes, because we set up a FaceTime after the game.
Yeah, dude, it was like watching a movie on TV because like, all right, they got the ball back. Dang, they're gonna run the clock out. All right, they're punting. We might have a chance. All of a sudden, the announcers are like, all of a sudden, the wind is starting to pick up here, and you just see leaves like blowing across the screen. We're like, oh my god, the wind!
Yeah.
Dude shanks it out of bounds. Like we get the ball back. It was watching a movie. It was like Disney Channel. Like this wouldn't happen in real life.
And Serge still made like a 50+ yarder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Back full circle.
He's so good for obviously for the football team, but just for the whole organization. Like he's got to be one of my favorite people in the entire operation.
Yeah, he's great.
Great guy.
That's
Great
the
kicker.
night that Dwayne Ford said on TSN that God is a Bomber fan because of that windstorm. And then how about the hold from Sheehan? Remember the snap was kind of skidding?
Yeah.
He puts it down. My, that was a...
Cameron's got great hands.
That's the piece that people forget about sometimes, man.
I was a holder. You get no love as a holder.
I'll tell you what.
Unless you screw up, then everybody hates you.
I learned in the school of Medlock, and that's not an easy school to get through. Let me tell you guys. He'll have you out on the field.
Certificate.
He'll put you in a circle of tape and say, "This is the circle of trust," and then you step in there, and 20 minutes after practice, you're still catching balls, one-handed catches.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can hold for anybody now that I've held for Medi, but it gives you an appreciation for Jammer.
Yeah.
I love Medi. I never had that experience though. Luckily, I
love Medi
was the
too.
starter in Hamilton, so I never had to go through that grind.
Because of that, I feel confident anywhere I've ever been. Like, do you hold? I'm like, yeah, I hold. I know how to hold.
Yeah.
They say he changed. Some of the coaches say that he kind of changed the way kicking is looked at up here because of his attention to detail. It used to be snap, hold, kick, right?
Yeah.
But he's so, like, to your point, so...
He was the same way in Hamilton. I was with him in Hamilton. Yeah. He was the same way. Like, he was deadly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He was a great kicker.
What's your favorite road trip? Like in Montreal up there?
I love Montreal. I just like walking around the city. Yeah, I do. I love old Montreal. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
So probably... That's always been one of my favorite ones.
It sounds like Vancouver is...
I go BC, yeah.
I like Vancouver. For me, it's Montreal. But I like Vancouver a lot, too. I like Calgary. But, like, in terms of, like, just walking around a city, I really like being in Montreal. I do.
Yeah,
I like being in Hamilton,
all
though,
your
'cause I
powers.
like saying hi to people, though.
And the grit.
It's
a great city.
Yeah.
You got to use all your powers to turn some of these trips into a couple more days.
Oh, we've been begging him for years. He wants to come home.
Yeah.
He wants to come
Ram
home.
likes to come home.
Let's leave
Get your
tomorrow.
ass home.
We could practice in Montreal for a couple days. Let's leave tomorrow.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the head coach likes those overnights. I mean, I think if it was up to him, we'd be training everywhere and training meaning taking the train. And
I love the train.
And
I was talking to Drew Brown about the train the other day. He was like,
and what do you
I'm
say
not going to
about
throw him under the bus, but he was like, I can't believe we're taking a train. A flight would be 45 minutes. I'm like, dude, I love the train. I'm like, you're going to learn to love the train. I'm telling you. I don't think
he liked it too much.
Well, he threw 5 touchdowns against
he
Toronto,
did. Yeah.
So I'm sure that train ride home was nice.
Yeah.
They flew commercial home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
After that game?
Yeah.
Oh, the train rides home were always fun.
Yeah.
You better get a ride from somebody.
Yeah, those two games in the same proximity thing seems to help teams. There was actually a streak going that for a while there that every team that did it ended up winning the Grey Cup. So if you have
Oh yeah,
and I guess for us we'd be included in that. The Hamilton. What did we do? Hamilton.
Was that 19?
Toronto, yeah.
Hamilton, Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just got traded to Toronto that day that you guys played Toronto and lost your first game of the year. I think.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McLeod threw like a game winner, basically like a drive read. I think it was Armani or SJ kind of made the right read, and
I remember
McLeod threw a great ball. But you guys started off the game rolling that day. I think like
we're up 20-0,
untouched. Like
we're up 20-0
We're up 20-0.
Yeah. Well, we've taken up quite a bit of your time already, so we'll probably wrap it up.
I told you it'd be easy with Chris. It was easy.
It is easy.
Thanks, Willie.
Come on, Willie.
How
about Willie? How about Willie though? The 99 point. We haven't been on the
99.3 is ridiculous.
Insane.
That's got to be
a
first
human net. Look at him. Seriously, whoever makes these bobbleheads, can we get one of Willie? I know I say this all the time, but like, can we get one where his hands just go back and forth like this?
That'd be so good.
Do you still have yours?
What?
Do you have any boxes of yours that we?
You sent me like 100, and no, I gave them all away.
Yeah, right.
You would give them all away.
Yeah, it doesn't have any of them.
There's like 1,000 in the stadium. If anybody wants a bobblehead of me, there's like boxes of them laying around the stadium. Yeah.
Oh, there it is, right there.
That's some pretty good hair on this guy, though.
That is good.
He has great hair.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It must be my mouthpiece because my teeth are not white. So
from 1,000 coffees a day,
they got the loose sleeves on the jersey though.
Like he walks around with these coffees. Sometimes they're so big. I'm thinking, I didn't even know they get a size like that. They're just like,
yeah, I drink coffee. Other people drink coffee too, bro.
How about this guy coming in at halftime last week? He's got his Yeti. He's still drinking out of his Yeti. I'm like, dude, are you drinking coffee right now? He's like, yeah, just having a little coffee.
Dude, I was so angry. I needed to calm down. I'm like, what do I do? I had a Gatorade. I'm like, coffee.
You drinking coffee?
I went in the bathroom, like just took a deep breath and came back out.
Nice.
Yeah, the Yeti kept it pretty warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Thanks very much.
It's a good way to end.
All right, guys.
Good time. Appreciate it.